I'm Dean Kroll. I'm the project coordinator for Central Platte Natural Resources District / UNL.
Rich Russell, Regional Sales Agronomist with the Arrow Seed Company.
My name is Keith Burns. I'm the owner and sales manager with Green Cover Seed out of Platte, Nebraska.
Seim. I'm the farmer and cooperator in the Interseeding cover crop project. I farm with my father and two of my brothers over in the Chapman, Worms, St. Labor area, and we got in doing a lot of research in cover crops about 6 years ago with Dean, and Dad's been cover cropping for about 30 years with really no directive, and doing a lot of it in our seed corn, but we realized 6 years ago that there was a lot better benefit than what we were just doing with our regular turnips and radishes, and wanted to go after the soil health side of it, what we could do to improve our soil health, also see what kind of benefits we could get out of it from weed control.
We're in a location on the Seim farm where we have done a cover crop study where we have interseeded cover crops in V4 corn in middle of June, and what we're doing is looking at what has come up and things like that. Now the purpose for this plot is to evaluate what species will come up and survive in a shaded canopy for commercial corn.
A good start through the summer, like the annual ryegrass, for example. Maybe the buckwheat is always an early crop. Some will come up later. The red clovers are like the cool weather versus the warm weather. Cowpeas, for example, like the warm weather. And so we'll see that change throughout the summer. And then it's interesting to see where you'll have some of the species freeze out and others continue to grow and not freeze and survive the winter, and giving us longer days of soil biology and soil health.
What we have today is a plot that has 7 different treatments in it, and I'm going to read off what's in each one of those treatments, starting with number 1. Number 1, the title of it is Fall Grazing Number 1. It has cowpeas or forage soybeans, annual ryegrass, and impact forage collards, buckwheat in that one. Fall graze number 2, winter peas, forage soybeans, annual ryegrass, cereal rye, and rapeseed. Number 3, warm season diversity 2, cowpeas, forage soybeans, crimson clover, annual ryegrass, and radish, flax, and buckwheat. Number 4, Penn State mix, red clover, hairy vetch, annual ryegrass. Number 5, Penn State mix with biazo in it. It's an inoculant, basically. Red clover, hairy vetch, annual ryegrass. Number 6, Penn State mix with micro-applied. Red clover, hairy vetch, annual ryegrass. And number 7, the 6-4 base mix. We have elbow and rye and red clover.
And one of the hottest topics that everybody wants to know about is interseeding into corn. Can we interseed into corn? What works, what doesn't? And so we've been very privileged to be able to work with Dean and the Seim family on this project here for the last 6 years of doing probably some of the most extensive interseeding plots in the country that I'm aware of, especially on the scale that this has been done at. And I'm really excited about what I saw here today. I think we have some of the better, nicer stands that we've ever seen in these plots, primarily because several years ago the Seims went to putting the seed in the ground instead of broadcasting, and that's made a big difference. The seed to soil contact is very, very important. And then this year we finally got the timing right. In past years we haven't always been as early as what we wanted to be or tried to be. This year they got the seed in there at V4, which is really important. And I think we saw much better stand establishment and much better growth than what we have in past years.